Hi from the
English Sisters.
Welcome to Get Real with the
English Sisters.
Hello everyone.
Hello. Today it's all about celebrating your successes in order to relieve anxiety.
And about rewarding yourself.
Yeah, reward
Very
yourself.
nice.
That sounds wonderful, doesn't it?
I like that.
And yet how many of us actually do reward ourselves when we complete little small things?
Well, I think lots of people reward themselves, but like in the wrong way, like by eating cake or something.
Yeah, do you think they even eat cake? I mean, at least that would be a reward. I just think people get things like a checklist and then I've done that, done that, and then they just go through and then they just don't even reward unless it's like quite a big thing. Then you get like a cake.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like...
I think most people don't reward themselves.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And when they do reward themselves, they reward themselves in the wrong way by like buying something really expensive or something.
Exactly, yeah.
Like by
shopping
buying
spree that they can't really afford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then afterwards they feel guilty.
Guilty, yeah. So it's not a nice thing,
It's not a nice reward.
No.
But I think the important thing is to reward yourselves for just little things to avoid anxiety.
Yeah.
Like what we do.
Do you think we do it enough though?
I don't know, probably not. But
I don't think we do it
make a
enough.
conscious effort of doing it. Like when I don't want to do something, like today I didn't want to go to the chemist because you have to wear a mask in there and I'm fed up with them.
Yeah, I know.
And it's just tiring.
So
It's really hot. I know it sounds like a first world problem because we're really fortunate to be able to go to the chemist and that there's stuff there.
Yeah.
But I mean, nonetheless, for me, it was just heavy going. It brings back bad memories and I just couldn't be bothered. But then when I actually made a conscious effort to go, and then afterwards I kind of gave myself a little pat on the back. Well done for going.
You did you?
Yeah, I did.
Like mentally.
Well done. You've got that done. Good for you. You didn't want to go and you've gone now. That's a good thing. You've got that off the list the things you've got to do.
Wonderful. Yeah. Because you know about
how this... I do know about it.
Yeah, but I think if you don't know about it, you just hardly ever reward yourself. And even when you do accomplish something that you thought, oh, I did that, like...
Something that's a bit of an effort, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, an effort or something that... Even like a work challenge that you overcame, then it's just like, okay, so what's the next thing?
It's always the next
thing. It's so tiring.
I know.
I mean, can't we... And I think that's what causes all the anxiety behind it, because there's not enough time to just say, okay, I've done this. Even if it is the first step, for example, you're creating a business, I really do recommend celebrate every tiny success in the business. Whether it's... I don't know, printing the business cards out, even though we don't use them much anymore because it's all digital stuff. But whatever it is, celebrate
creating a digital account for something.
Exactly, creating a website or even just the first step of that. No matter what it is.
Just putting your password in.
Opening the Word document. I mean, that's a big deal already. Everything.
I know, it sounds like as if you shouldn't celebrate those things, but it's actually been scientifically proven, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. It has been scientific, especially in the work brains. It actually says here that our brains are wired to respond to rewards. So celebrating the completion of small accomplishments leads to the completion of larger goals.
Exactly. So it's the little things. It's
the
always
little
about
things.
The little things that add up to bigger things in the end.
Exactly. According to the research Teresa Amabile from Harvard Business School, people who tracked their small achievements every day enhanced their motivation.
To do bigger things afterwards.
So the simple practice of recording your progress helps you to appreciate your small wins, which in turn boosts your sense of confidence. And why is that? It says any accomplishment, no matter how small, releases a neurotransmitter, dopamine, which boosts your mood, motivation and attention. It also signals you to keep doing the activity again and again and again. So, I mean, this is the scientific reason why
So maybe this could be like the less you do, the less you want to do. And then the more you do, the more you want to do.
That definitely is a principle that works, isn't it? The less you do, the less motivated you are, the less confidence you have in yourself because you think, I've done nothing. So you become more and more like down. We've seen this with our clients as well, haven't we?
We have, yeah.
So even just being able to get out of the house and go to work is already something to say, yay.
Yeah.
You know, I did it today. Yes, I did it. I managed to be on time. I'm punctual, no matter what it is.
I know, just these little things that you just take for granted. I think just look at your life and say, what do I take for granted, as well as what is an effort? And just give yourself a pat on the back for all the things that you take for granted, but that you do anyway and that you do every day.
I know.
Yeah, and maybe then at the end of the day, like take a few minutes either to journal or to just take a lovely deep breath in and just think, yeah, I had a good day. I accomplished this. I accomplished it. And reward yourself mentally for it.
I know. Do you remember at the beginning when we first started creating the English Sisters brand and everything? We kind of were just going on and on and on, the next thing. And then one day we thought, hey, we're supposed to be celebrating this.
I know.
When we got our first book deal, we celebrated it one evening and then it was like over next. Do we have to get another thing published? Do we have what is the next thing we have to do? And it was creating a bit of anxiety, even though we're supposed to be,
We're supposed to be,
we are. But even though sometimes, even in our personal lives, we still have to manage it because we're human.
We do.
And we were thinking, we're not really we're not really celebrating it enough, are we? This is not.
It's not good, is it?
It's not good.
No, because it's not good, because then afterwards you just end up at the end of your life or at the end of the year and you've just been going on to the next, and you don't have time to actually enjoy the journey, which is what it's all about, really, because it's not about we've seen this with clients with actresses that win the Oscars and everything. Afterwards it's just next, and or it's a down afterwards.
I've reached peak, so where do I have to
with
go from peak?
Athletes as well that reach peak afterwards. So it's not really about reaching the peak, it's about the journey to get there that's supposed to be exciting
and fun.
And supposed to be is the word you have to eliminate, because it is exciting.
It is exciting.
And the way to make it exciting is to stop and celebrate and enjoy.
And
have little rituals as well to enjoy.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Ralph Waldo Emerson, his famous quote is, to laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to leave the world a better place, to know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded.
Oh.
I mean, that's beautiful, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, I think if you could say, did I laugh much today? I mean, that's already a bit of a success, isn't it?
Something because it makes other people laugh as well, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I know you don't always feel like laughing.
You don't feel like...
And poor you if you don't feel like laughing. We're not saying you have to laugh every day. But do you remember we didn't laugh that much?
No, we didn't.
Before we studied all our NLP and hypnosis, we just realised we were getting a bit grumpy.
I know.
And we said we hardly ever smile or laugh now. Do you remember?
I do. I was so awful.
Because I think you just get so trapped in that
routine of life.
Of getting on with things and just doing, getting on with your day, rush, do all the problems that come up every day, that you forget to have a laugh and do fun things.
You kind of don't realise that that's so fundamental. The fun in there, it's fundamental for a healthy life and for you to help relieve anxiety. So even if it's just watching a 30-minute comedy show on the television, on Netflix, wherever you get it, that's fundamental for your well-being, just to have a laugh or have a laugh with somebody, go out with people that's lovely. If you have friends and people that make you laugh, wonderful. But just to let go and have a laugh, I think That is success.
Be having to do something fun. I mean, like, we find all the English sister stuff really fun.
We do, yeah.
And we have a big laugh about it. And we even laugh at ourselves, don't we?
Yes, we do.
So I think finding something that's fun for you as well. So to take the time to think what makes me laugh, maybe what used to make me laugh before, you know, I had all the weight
responsibility
of the world on top of me and everything.
Yeah, because it's not easy, is it, to say
of course
laugh
it's not
every
easy.
day?
No, I mean, we didn't even know how to smile practically.
You do know how to smile. You're exaggerating. But to actually laugh,
no, but we didn't smile half as much as we do now. Come on, do you remember?
No, of course I remember. I know exactly what you're talking about.
We were just caught up in all our troubles.
Yeah, rearing the children, getting on with the businesses. Yeah, I know what it was like. I totally remember that.
It was just hard work, wasn't it?
It was indeed. It's odd how these things happen, but that is, you know, one of the secrets that's something to celebrate. You know, the fact, oh, what did I do today? Oh, I had a laugh with my friend. I had a laugh with a colleague. I laughed when I watched that show. You know, imagine that's already something to celebrate.
Well, exactly.
So
it's these little successes, to getting these little moments in your life, or laughing with your children.
Laughing with your children.
Instead of
your
thinking
partner.
like that, wanting to tell them off about something, just think it's funny.
Yes.
You know, remind yourself of what you used to be like when you would have found that something really funny.
Hilarious, yeah, something funny. Yeah, remind yourself of the times. That's right. Yeah, when that would have been funny, and go back to that kind of childlike state. I think if we can go there, it's useful, isn't it?
Absolutely,
it's very useful. It's all about celebrating these small things and rewarding ourselves every day.
Yeah, even just celebrating with a cup of tea, or just taking a moment just to think with your, you know, just have a juice or something and just sit down a minute and just think, wow.
I did this today.
And I didn't want to do it, and I did it. I mean,
do you think it's only for things you don't want to do?
I think mostly for things that you find difficult or challenging. I mean, it could be challenging for you to brush your teeth, like what we see with our clients that have a mild depression. And then yes, celebrate. You brushed your teeth and say, "Well done, I have brushed my teeth.
I got up, I brushed my hair, brushed my teeth.
Got up and I've done that." And it's the next step. It will motivate you into doing the next thing, and maybe going outside and getting 5 minutes of sunshine.
Absolutely.
But anything you have to do that you're putting off, just go and do it. And then once you've done it, it's just do it.
It's
like
just do it.
It
is. It does boost your confidence, and it's like the progress principle, which is the more progress you do, the more progress you will want to do. So you will be motivated to get that progress. Exactly. And to look back and think, yeah, I've done that. And so you're going on and on and on.
As well to do and then enjoy. So it's a process. It's not just one thing. Just do. It's do and enjoy.
Yeah, it actually works. It can make a difference because it's that progress that makes you feel good. So then you have to celebrate that progress, whatever it is in your own life.
Yeah, and it could just be a minute to just give yourself a pat on the back.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a bit like when if you have children, or you know somebody that's had a child, you can see how happy they are. The first step, at the beginning we celebrate everything in small, children's lives, don't we? The first step, they've changed the food, they're eating a different food now, solid foods, and etc. Everything is like a big deal. A big deal, yeah. But then somehow along the lines,
it's just taken for granted.
Everything is taken for granted. And we do the same in our own lives. At the beginning, we may really be happy about certain things. Yay. And then as along the line, something happens.
Get bogged down, don't you?
You get bogged down, yeah. You become complacent. You used to things, and that's where
I think you take yourself for granted as well. You think that you underestimate yourself, and you don't stop to think. If someone was looking
at you from a different lens,
from a different lens, I get
from the lens
like a good friend, and not someone that's going to be critical.
Or even like for when you were really young, when they would say, "Wow, look where they've got, look what they're doing. That's amazing. They've just had a meeting, or they've just cleaned that cupboard to perfection, or tidied up those clothes in the wardrobe. Look at them. Look at those skills." I mean, they've managed to do that. Whatever it is, they've prepared a meal, they've assembled it, even just assembling a nice salad or something.
Exactly.
It's all taken for granted, isn't it?
It is.
Most of the time. Most of the time we don't celebrate.
Most of the time, mostly.
Mostly, yeah.
Mostly always.
Mostly always, that's the problem. And I think that's what gives us that feeling of anxiety, because if we're just going to the next thing, so what do we have to do? We have to stop it. We have to stop it, and we have to celebrate.
I think we have to go back to the slower way of life as well. A bit like the Dolce Vita Italiana, the slow of actually, even though I don't know if that really did exist, because they used to work so hard, didn't they?
They did, yeah. Gosh.
But they used to enjoy.
Well, the myth is like you'd see the women by the river washing the clothes and singing. I think the thing is that
it was community.
Even, my mother-in-law, she used to tell me these stories. It was a community, You'd all get together and go and wash. No, she didn't, not by the river. They used to go to the well and all wash their clothes together. But they'd look forward to that moment, because even though the basket was heavy, there'd be a lot of laughter. They'd laugh, and then they'd whack the clothes against this stone, and all these stories I've heard. Even when they would go and pick the grapes, that was a big laugh as well, because it'd all be together. Yeah. So I think you're right there. I think it is this community that relieved
the stress.
Yes,
because they were doing it all together. It wasn't just one person doing the washing on their own and getting bogged down by it.
Oh no,
with Alexa maybe, just just on your own all the time, aren't you now?
What do you mean?
Well, they've got this thing now, haven't they, Alexa, that they just talk to.
Oh yeah.
Or the other one, whatever the other competitor is.
Yes, I know. Yeah, it's different now. And you don't have a proper response back.
Yeah, you don't all go together and do your washing and think, what a drag this washing is. But
but you're always having... She says they would actually sing songs. There's proper, like the washing songs, and then they'd all laugh, and then somebody would bring the coffee, and then there was a whole big thing going on.
The coffee would be like the celebration bit. Food.
Well, I don't know. They'd all bring somebody would make the ciambelle, the
cakes,
the little those Italian biscotti with the white wine in them, and I think they'd even drink white wine. I think because that used to be the thing,
No wonder they were so happy then.
I don't know. I'm not sure if actually the young ladies when they were washing, but that was like, I think so, because they would put them they would put the biscotti in the white wine.
But when they were washing, I'd like to see what their washing came out like.
Nonna used to tell me these things.
Isn't it?
Yeah, she used to tell me these stories of what a good laugh she would have, because I would say, gosh, it was hard when you were young. She says, yeah, it was hard, but we used to have such a big laugh, All of us girls would go down and wash, and the men would go and be in the fields or something. It was a whole...
It was a whole hullabaloo.
It was a hullabaloo. It was a big community thing going on.
I think the community does relieve the stress and the anxiety.
Well, if you've got a lovely community.
So what can we do then when we have a success? Celebrate with someone near you.
If you can.
If you can.
Otherwise, you can...
Always join a group or something if you're doing it on your own, because there's so many groups as well online.
Nowadays, you can really feel united with people that are experiencing similar things to you.
Exactly.
So there's always...
You get a lot of support,
so much support.
It's different to doing it on your own, isn't it?
that's the advantage of today's modern world, where you have so many people. No matter what you're going through, you've always got somebody, a group. A group. Even if you're, like, say you're unwell, there's probably a group of people who are unwell too and experiencing the same kind of symptoms that you're experiencing, or you're opening a business, or you're studying, no matter what. So that's I think that's an advantage if we think about today's world compared to yesterday's world. Then today's world is better that way. We may not have so much of a community, but we certainly can find one.
Yes.
We have the possibility to find one and actually meet up with them if they're in the local.
That's a good advantage.
That's a brilliant advantage compared to yesterday. Because yesterday, if you had something, you might just think, I'm just going through this alone.
Exactly.
So yahoo! We're not, we don't have to reminiscent too much in the past. We can learn from the past,
from the community aspect of it,
and think, yes, community was helpful with reducing anxiety. And what I can do today is find a similar community and join them.
Yeah, because then you meet up with them like we have. We've met up with lots of
exactly.
people in our communities.
Absolutely.
And it's amazing.
It enriches your life.
You become much better for, good friends.
Absolutely.
Let us know what you think.
And we are going to celebrate.
We are going to celebrate
this podcast
doing this podcast with a cup of coffee, I think.
I think so.
Come and watch it on YouTube as well, where you can leave your comments. Otherwise, leave your comments on Instagram. We have a special page set up, Get Real with the English Sisters, on Instagram, where you can comment on all the episodes too.
Yes.
And please follow us as well, because it helps us grow.
And join our family.
Join our family. Join our community.
Join
English
our community.
Sisters, brothers,
and
cousins,
sisters,
and everyone else. Bye. Lots of love.
Love.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.